Good morning, my name is Chris Carpenter and I'm with FreeeUp.com. Today I'm going to discuss some issues that sellers may encounter on Amazon Seller Central and how FreeeUp can help resolve those issues. As all of us as sellers on Amazon know, is Amazon wants us to maintain a very good standing with them, meaning we have certain metrics we have to meet, certain deadlines we have to respond to customer and buyer inquiries. We have to make sure orders are shipped within a specific time and that there's valid tracking. So I'm just going to go over a couple quick areas that sometimes people neglect or miss, and areas that FreeeUp can make sure that these areas are not missed and that they're constantly being checked and fixed so that Amazon does not suspend or send you any policy violations. So the first area is obviously the Seller Central messages. As you know, they must be responded to within 24 hours. That includes weekends. It's not just business days. So one area that FreeeUp comes in and helps is we can get somebody that will constantly check your messages, respond to them correctly, let get return instructions, tracking information, answer any customer or buyer inquiries to keep that metric as low as possible. You want to respond to customers as quickly as you can, and you want to provide them with a solution. You don't want to just send them a response. You want to be sure that that response is going to make them happy, and you want to make them happy even if they're not getting exactly what they wanted. So our FreeeUp team members can come in, can take over the customer care of the account, make sure these customers and buyers are happy. By doing this, this will limit the amount of A to Z's, negative feedback, inquiries to Amazon, complaints. These are things that'll help keep your account in good standing. So it's very important. Customer care and customer service is very important within Seller Central because these buyers, it's Amazon. They all know how Amazon works and they are going to try and attempt to take advantage of sellers because it's Amazon. So our customer care team members can definitely come in and make sure these buyers and customers feel like they're getting their issues resolved, they're happy, and you won't have any issues moving forward with the customers. Another area that sometimes is overlooked is feedback. A lot of time feedback can be removed. So if you get negative or neutral feedback, as you know, that hurts your metrics. And Amazon only gives you a 1% bad metrics margin when it comes to negative feedback, A to Z's, and chargeback claims. So if you don't have many orders, if you have 100 orders in a month, then 1% is only one ding. That means one negative feedback and you'll be at the 1% mark. So it's very important that you're constantly checking your A to Z's, your chargebacks, and your feedback rating. A lot of time feedback can be removed. A lot of our workers are trained in feedback removal. They know what can be removed. They know how to get Amazon to remove it. It's very important that you maintain a very high feedback score. This is what's going to attract the buyers to buy your product. Obviously, if there's two sellers on an item, one seller has a very low feedback rating of, let's say, 80% over 30 days, and the other seller has a 99% positive feedback rating, but the item might be a couple dollars more, the buyer may go with the customer or with the seller that has the higher feedback score, just because they can see based on the feedback that they're going to get their order, it's going to be shipped on time, it's going to be in good condition, and it's going to be exactly how it was stated in the listing. So feedback is very important. Our workers can come in, maintain that positive feedback, maintain that high feedback score, and keep the buyers coming to you to buy the products. Another area, like I mentioned before, is A to Z's and chargebacks. Obviously, you don't want to get these. If something goes to an A to Z, somewhere along the line, something happened. Either somebody didn't respond to a message, an order wasn't shipped correctly, it got lost in transit. So it's very important to follow up with orders. Make sure you have the tracking. Make sure it's shipped on time. Make sure that it is exactly how it's stated in the listing. Now, our workers can come in, they can follow up on tracking. They can make sure that the order has tracking. As long as it has tracking and it shows that it's delivered to the customer, A to Z claims can be won over the buyer. So It's very important that you're not just rushing to refund the buyer or issue a replacement. When you get an A to Z or a chargeback, you need a team member to go in and research the issue, do some research, find out the problem, find out when it was delivered, if it was signed for, if it got lost in transit, if it never shipped out, and gather all that information because you can win A to Z claims. Amazon just about 6 months ago, they came with a new A to Z policy. Before, any time an A to Z came against your account, it hurt you. It didn't matter if you won the case. It didn't matter if the buyer withdrew the claim. It did not matter. Any A to Z to hit your account counted against you. Now Amazon has realized that that is kind of unfair to sellers. So now they're allowing sellers, if you can convince Amazon to deny the claim to the buyer, it's not going to count against you. So if the buyer says they never received the item, but you have tracking information that shows it was received and it was in fact signed for by the buyer, you can provide that to Amazon. Amazon will research that. They'll see that it was delivered and signed for, and they'll tell the buyer, I'm sorry, we see that you've received this. We've denied this claim. And that claim is now does not hurt your metrics at all. So our team members are very versatile in A to Z claims. They know how to research them. They know what to say to Amazon to get Amazon on your side. The most important thing again is to keep those metrics low. So you want to get as many of these A to Z claims removed off of your account without them hurting you. Our team can help with that. So what I've gone over is areas that sometimes cause issues with sellers is the customer care. It's very important to keep these customers happy. A lot of times sellers may not have the time to spend or the time needed to spend on customers. So our team can come in, take over that for you, make sure these customers are happy, get these issues resolved, and allow you to have, allow you to feel confident that this is getting taken care of while you're not at the computer. Another area is feedback, A to Z's, and chargebacks. It's very important that these are handled properly. There's a lot that goes into them. There's certain wording, certain things that you need to say to get stuff satisfied in the way you'd like it to be satisfied in. So our team can come in, they can help monitor that, they can keep your metrics within good standing. This includes tracking. Tracking sometimes, as you know, there's the valid tracking rate, there's the delivered on time, and there's also a category tracking rate now that it's still in beta, but they're still watching it more. So it's very important that you're updating tracking, that you're following up, making sure these orders have tracking information. Our team can come in and help and make sure that tracking is provided from your supplier or is provided from your distributor or your manufacturer and get that tracking updated into Amazon. So our team just monitors your Amazon account. They verify, they make sure things are getting taken care of so that you don't have any dings or something doesn't go over 24 hours or make sure everything gets shipped. We want to make sure your account stays in good standing and there's no chance of a complaint, an A to Z, a negative feedback because everything is being done properly. Now, we cannot guarantee that your account will stay in good standing, but we're going to do everything we can to make sure that it does. And our team is willing to go above and beyond to get that completed for you. This is the end of my video. If you ever have any questions, please let me know. FreeeUp is here to help you out. Let FreeeUp and be done. Thank you and have a good day.